Alrighty, kiddos. Good morning, good afternoon. Hopefully, y'all are doing well. All right, so the following examples that I gave y'all are basically some of the prerequisites which y'all will need to be not only successful in this next lesson, but to be best prepared and ready for it, so to say. A lot of these things you guys have already learned and you guys should already know, so this is more of just a refresher. All right, so the first one. They're asking us, it's basically like reminding you guys the process or the operation of division. Here, the first one is which says try these, which hopefully you guys looked at the different examples that they provided. They're telling us to divide. Write the remainder as a whole number. Alrighty, so here, ladies and gentlemen, what I would suggest you all do before you all start this, because here they did give you guys some suggestions. They put like the little boxes where you guys should put the numbers, which there's nothing wrong with, but my suggestion is just to add a zero before it, because sometimes we rush through things, or sometimes some of you guys, or me too, write messy, and which sometimes makes it more like it opens us up more for errors. Not everyone, but I'm just saying that's my suggestion. I would put a placeholder 0 because 4 cannot go into 2. 4 goes into 2 0 times. However, 4 goes into 26. Let me make this smaller here. 6 times, which is 24. 26 minus 24 gives us 2. We have a remainder of 2. So 6, remainder 2. Number 2. They're asking us to divide once again and write the remainder as a fraction. Alrighty, so here, ladies and gentlemen, 12 cannot go into 1. It goes into 1 0 times. 12 goes into 15 1 time. 15 minus 12 is 3. Bring down my 0. 12 goes into 30 2 times, which is 24. We have a remainder of 6. So we have 12 and 6 twelfths, which you guys could also rewrite as 12 and 1/2. All right, and the state of Texas does expect you all to know that both 12 and 6 twelfths and 12 and 1/2 are the same thing. Me and some coworkers once we were looking at different release tests, and we found like a question or two where the state didn't simplify. So, but it's because they expect you all to know that 6 twelfths is equivalent to 1/2. But anyways, just food for thought, okay? And the last one here, they're telling us to divide, or they're asking us to divide, and to write the remainder as a decimal. All right, so 12 goes into 2 0 times. 12 goes into 26 2 times. 26 minus 24 is 2. Bring down my 7. 12 goes into 27 2 times, which is 24. We have a remainder of 3. Add my placeholder 0. Let's extend our division bar. Alrighty, there we go. That's sweet. I'll just leave it this here. All right, there. So 0 times, what was that? Bring down that 0 over here. 12 goes into 30 2 times. We have 24. So 30 minus 24 is 6. Add one last 0. Bring it straight down. 12 goes into 60 and even 5 times. And 60 minus 60 is 0. So the answer is 22 and 25 hundredths, or 22.25. All right. So now on the next page, they're asking you all to go a little further, and they're giving you guys some example, or they're giving you guys some problems that relate to each of the examples that we just had. I'd like for you guys to go ahead and answer them into the following format, okay? When you guys put your answers here, put the answer for number 1 first, the answer for number 2 second, the answer number 3 third, and so forth, please. Oh, and one more thing. For numbers 4, 5, and 6, they're asking you how to write them as a remainder. The remainder is a fraction, I'm sorry. If you are unable to do that, if it doesn't give you the option for the fractional bar, I'd like for you guys to input like this. Let's say, for example, your answer is, let's say, 12 and 1/2. This is how I want you guys to put it, okay, please. And please make sure you guys follow us, because if not, it's going to count it wrong. You put the number 12 together, then put a space, or like a space, tap the space bar, then put the number 1 / 2. Okay. So it's the number 12, then the space, then 1/2. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So next, our turn is to read bar graphs. All right. So when reading bar graphs, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like for you to do is the following. When you guys are given a bar graph like this here, or any type of graph, whether it's a dot plot, whether it's a bar graph, a circle graph, my suggestion is for you guys to, my directive is for you guys to start off by writing down the values of each of the bars. Here, we look at our increments, the number of years, and if you see from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, it's going in increments of 10s, okay? All right, so the zebra, if you guys follow it straight down here, we know that is 20. So let's start off by writing 20 right there. Or if it makes it better for you guys, over here. The giraffe, we know, is 10. The elephant is 50. Ooh. The rhinoceros, ladies and gentlemen, is 25. And the hippopotamus is 40. So that's how I'd like for you to start off, because that makes it easier for us to compare. All right, so try these, 1, 2, and 3. Use a bar graph shown above to answer the questions. Which animal has the shortest lifespan? Well, shortest means like, which one lives the least amount of years. Given this information, the smallest value that we have there is the giraffe. And the question, ladies and gentlemen, was asking us for the animal. They're not asking us for the years, the lifespan. So here the answer would be giraffe. Giraffe. Number 2, what is the average lifespan of a hippopotamus? All right, so let's see what the average lifespan is of a hippopotamus. Reading from the graph. All right, so the average lifespan of a hippopotamus. Now they're not asking us for the specific animal. They're giving us a specific animal. They're asking us for a numerical value here, which, reading that bar graph there, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that the hippopotamus lives an average of 40 years. Okay, so I'm just going to put a numerical value there, 40. All right, moving on to number 3. They're asking us how much longer is the average lifespan of a zebra than a giraffe. So here we're making 2 comparisons. We have to identify what is the average lifespan of a zebra and then the average lifespan of a giraffe, and we find a difference between both of those. A zebra has an average lifespan of 20 years. A giraffe has an average lifespan of 10. So to solve for that, ladies and gentlemen, 20 minus 10 equals 10. So to answer the question, how much longer is the average lifespan of a zebra than a giraffe? The answer is 10 years. Okay. All right, which brings us to the last page on this review here, ladies and gentlemen. They're asking y'all for the answers for 1 through 9, which they're asking y'all to use the bar graph shown to answer those questions, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so make sure that you guys use this bar graph here to answer questions 1 through 9. And when solving these, ladies and gentlemen, when putting your answers, let's say if they're asking you, let's say, for example, number 1, what is the mass of a nickel? They're not asking you for the object. They're just asking you for the numerical value. Just put the number. Please do not put the units, because then if we put the units, and it's going to kind of wrong if one of you guys uppercase it, lowercase it, put a space, don't put a space. So just to avoid all that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for y'all to go ahead and just put the numerical value, okay? Please. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, when possible, well, hopefully you guys did okay with these examples and these questions that we had, ladies and gentlemen. But when possible, make sure that you guys always try to check it. I got a problem. I gotta solve it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, check your answers, okay? All right, hopefully you all are doing well, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Best of luck.